it, I can swivel.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. We're shooting from that camera right in the window too, so it's a little off to the side, so you don't have like this, the camera's looking at like this,
Oh, so is it blocking?
No,
Might
actually, you got a good angle. I'm looking here. You got good, and from here, actually, I can actually see you right under. I was
Okay,
actually thinking it's pretty good arm management. I might try that one time because I've been trying different configurations.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, that was by accident, but okay. I wanted to make sure I
Okay,
can swivel.
that might go in the intro. We'll give a quick little 5 seconds so he can just kind of break the audio, and then speaking of which, I need to put the record button on.
Okay.
So he's not gonna put that on the intro.
Well, it's on the video though.
Welcome to the Real Alaska Podcast. I am your host, Justin Millette, and here with my lucky sidekick,
Billy Hughes. Welcome, everyone.
and we are here with
I'm Eddie P.
dude,
Oh, my legend.
Anchorage legend.
Legend?
Yeah.
Makes me sound old.
No. You can be
Well,
a
I am,
legend
but-
and young.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Powerhouse. How about Powerhouse?
Hey, well, that's a nice compliment.
Yeah. Dude, everybody knows who you are.
Then that's not always good.
Okay. In a good way. I've
Okay.
never had someone say anything bad about you.
Okay,
ever.
good. Okay, then my money's working good. That's great.
Okay, Eddie,
Yes.
talk about, this is a business podcast, but you've got a great deal of stuff you've done in Anchorage.
I've been
So,
busy.
Yeah, I know. So just kind of like one of the prominent faces of just a lot of media stuff, radio, all of the above. So you want to start it off from the beginning here?
Well, I'll tell you what I was doing. It came from Austin, Texas, and where I was pretty much raised. So my dad was in the military, and we traveled a lot. So, but we ended up in Texas and stayed there for a while. Went to school, did my little thing. Started 1 year of college, and then I got up here. The college was too small, so I just stopped. So, because I'm a social person, I believe.
Yeah.
And so
say it isn't so.
Yeah, but so from a 30,000 people campus to a 5.
Yeah.
So
Not the same.
No.
No.
So I had to work. So my very first job I ever had, what was it? It was at a place called Copper Rivet at Northway Mall when Northway Mall was popping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was in 1981.
Okay.
So you probably weren't born yet. So
to be honest, I was not born yet.
I know. So most people
The store
are.
was called Copper Rivet.
Copper Rivet. It was like a House of Jeans or J. Jacobs and such.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
interesting.
Oak Tree.
Yeah.
So, and I did all of those.
Okay.
I did J. Jacobs, House of Jeans is in Texas, Copper Rivet, and Oak Tree. So I worked at all of those.
Awesome.
Well, I was busy.
Yeah.
And then I stopped and I went to, I started working at Cars.
Okay.
I worked at Cars, and I couldn't bag groceries because I didn't know how, and I didn't want to do the checking thing. So they said, well, we'll put you in the deli. I said, oh, food. So I went to that, and I was making my announcements one day. This was in like 84, 85. I'm making an announcement, and I said, good afternoon, car shoppers. Tonight, why not take home a Car Super Pizza? Super pizzas are made fresh the Cars quality way. Thank you for shopping at Cars. And this guy walked up and says, was that you that did that? I said, yeah. I had the phone in my hand. And so he said, would you like to audition for a television program? I said, what television program? He said, Catch 22. I said, oh, I love that show. And Catch 22, because you don't know, because you weren't born yet, was music television from Alaska.
Okay.
And it was just like MTV, except it was here in Alaska. It was UHF channel. So,
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was very, very awesome. And it was amazing. So I got hired that night and was on the air that night from midnight to 6.
What?
Yep, and somebody found that episode, my first night there, and it's on Google. You can Google search it, and
Really?
it'll pop up. Yeah, I had hair. I had the stovetop hair.
Oh, no way. I gotta Google this now.
And I'm in this weird shirt or something, and
It was the 80s. So
yep.
This is judgment free. Yeah. It was the 80s.
The first thing that happened to me was I put myself on the air, which was good. I had that button, and because there's no people there, you're in there by yourself, and the camera's sitting right there, and you pop the camera on, and you're supposed to turn the audio on too, but I didn't.
Oh.
And apparently people were watching because they were calling and said, "Ooh, phone calls." And next thing you know, I'm being told I don't have audio. I said, "Oh," so it was one of those kind of things. My first night was a bust, but I eventually moved to primetime.
Yeah.
And that's where I stayed for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And it was really a fun ride. It was really, and that's how I got started in television. And then radio popped up, and I was on Cool 97, which was at that time Eagle 97, which was right over there in the post office mall.
It's
when
wild,
that was popping.
It's wild to think all that started from announcements at cars.
I know, isn't that weird?
Was it? And surely it wasn't your first time that you did that. Were they like scripted things and you had to say it?
Yep, all the time. And I did the ones for what do you call it? The nutrition department, and I did it for the deli.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I would make my little announcements, and I just, had fun with it. And this guy just happened to ask me, and I said, yes.
So you were just having fun. You were drawn to it. It was something you were having a giggle about.
Yep.
Okay. And then this guy, so I guess maybe somebody quit or something. And just like the perfect alignment. This guy's walking through here. And he's like, I like that,
That's funny. Yeah. And that was John Melkay. He's a legend. He's in Eugene, Oregon now, I believe. But Catch 22 at that time was a leading UHF station. Sonic Cable. I don't know if you know what Sonic Cable is now. Then it became Prime, and then GCI.
Oh, interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so it morphed all over the place. But it was one of those kind of fun situations.
I feel like I'm going to read into that a little bit. Maybe we bring it back.
Catch 22, music television.
I'm going to have to, definitely need to Google that.
Yep. And then I got into kids' cartoons. Well, first I did the scary movie thing, Thriller and Chiller Theater. And I would come on Good Evening. And it was Welcome to Thriller. And it was fun. We did those really awful B-rated movies, like Zombie and Empire of the Ants.
So fun stuff.
Fun stuff, yeah. And I would talk through the movie.
That's awesome.
Yep. And we had national and local celebrities. We had David Allen Greer on the show.
Really?
Jim Carrey before he did Mask. As a matter of fact, he was talking about it. It was awesome. Yeah, these are awesome people. And do you know Rhonda Shear Up All Night? Rhonda Up All Night? She was on the show. Yeah, y'all.
No.
Yeah.
I was born in '84, man. So I'm like, I was new to life.
Yeah. Well, I was on television with my kids' cartoon show when you were probably 5 or something. So I had the Yes Club for Kids. That was on Channel 5.
I do remember that.
Do you?
Yep.
We had all the really cool
Yep.
cartoons. Of course, Fox 4 Kids Club had great ones too. And there was Bob and Trill, who are still around doing fun stuff. And I had the Yes Club for Kids, and that was fun. I did that for a few years. Then I started the Venue in 2000, and the Venue has been going on since then, and it's still on, and it's still amazing.
And on top of that, you told me recently you also recorded an album.
An album?
Didn't you record like an album where you're singing?
Well, it was fake. I mean, not fake. I did do one, but it wasn't for me. It was all my karaoke stuff.
Oh, I'm like,
so I did I do a lot of the crooner style types,
so like
and then
Frank
Michael Bublé came on, and it's like I have no future now. Michael Bublé's in there, but
He's a hard act to follow. To be fair,
Yeah, he is, but where did he come from all of a sudden? I was all doing like "Fly Me to the Moon," and then he pops up with a better "Fly Me to the Moon," so I just stepped back.
I saw that there was a karaoke championship recently. Did you know about that?
I did know about it, but I haven't had time to do any of that. But I don't know if you don't know this either. Probably, I was a host for karaoke at Hot Rods, and Hot Rods is Billiards Palace.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah.
So I was the host there, and the way I got that was it was a karaoke contest, and I entered it. And I didn't think I could sing at all, but I tried it anyway, and I sang Mac the Knife. and I won.
Oh, that's a good song.
And I won the whole contest. So the winner gets a trip to Cabo San Lucas and spending cash. And then the owner, which was she was an amazing person.
Yeah.
She asked me, she says, now you can take this trip and the spending change that we're going to give to you, or you can have a job hosting karaoke for as long as you want.
I'll do that.
And that's exactly what I did. I said, I want to do that.
That's
that's what I did.
Yeah. You just like found yourself in like all these little, man. Yeah, you've been a voice and face of Anchorage for a decent amount of time. I've seen you everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like butter. Just spread. Don't say peanut. I don't like peanut butter.
My wife doesn't like peanut butter either.
I just can't. I don't know what happened to me when I was little, but I even the smell of it. And I have this issue with Sagayas because they put their chocolate chip cookies and their oatmeal cookies with cranberries in it. My favorite. Right next to the peanut butter cookies.
You can't do that because it does taste a little bit like
peanut butter permeates everything, and it's disgusting. And so if I will get my cookie and I'll get in front of everybody, and then I say I ain't having that one, and then I'll reach further
it was
back.
Too close to the peanut butter.
It was very close. I mean, sometimes they touch, and it's like, I don't like when they touch. So
It's like a cookie connoisseur.
yeah,
It's like a sommelier of cookies.
Yes,
You Sagaya, you got to fix this. You need some separation between your peanut butter cookies and your other ones.
Yeah, one location fixed it.
Really?
Yeah, the one on run right downtown.
Oh, here on 13th.
Well, I would think they would have like a
I-
peanut allergy kind of thing, and they would probably have to. But I don't know. I don't do food service. I don't know.
No, they need to think about that.
See?
Yeah, you brought up a good point.
Right? I mean,
I
that
feel
is-
like it's just validating the smell part of it.
Hey, however we get there, policy's policy.
Yeah, there you go.
Good policy,
That's right.
good policy,
That's right.
okay?
Okay, so chronologically, you started off at Cars, and then what was the show? Something 22?
Oh, Catch 22.
Catch 22.
Television. Yep.
And then it turned into,
Thriller and Chiller Theater.
oh man, yeah. Okay, on that, what was your favorite B-rated movie?
It was Empire of the Ants.
Empire of the Ants.
God, let's get out of here. Come on. I mean, they don't want us to go that way, and they don't want us to go back the way we came.
My God, they're hurting us like cattle.
H.G. Wells' Empire of the Ants.
Empire of the Ants.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh, wow. Okay, frogs. And, there's a lot of movies. Okay, Empire of the Ants, frogs, and zombie.
Frogs.
Zombie.
Yes.
Okay.
Zombie was people that die and they come
Right.
back, and it was their very first attempt at doing zombies.
So it was really bad.
yeah, it was bad. And
I have to
frogs-
watch this now.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
B-rated,
I know.
C-rated movies. Just because it's like, they're so terrible.
Yes.
It's comical to watch.
Oh,
It's-
the funniest one was The Land That Time Forgot.
American International presents The Land That Time Forgot and discover an awesome prehistoric world. Fight for your life against the terrifying creatures of a lost continent. Come face to face with primitive man and learn the secret of evolution. The Land That Time Forgot.
Mr. Tyler!
The Land That Time
The
Forgot.
Land That Time You got to watch that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
write
fashion
these
in
down.
those days was horrendous.
Yeah, this was the 80s, 90s. So it was,
Well, the movie was probably done in the 60s.
oh, geez.
And they
yeah.
were in the backwoods and everything. So they were
Really
girls
out
wearing
there?
them high-waisted hot pants.
Okay,
where
like the cutoff kind of
The
thing?
cutoff, the cutoffs was great, but then the waistband is way up here somewhere.
That's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I feel like the high waist thing is,
It's
you
coming
see that.
back.
For who?
Not for me, but
Not for me.
For the younger generation, it's back.
Well, I hope I don't see any of that because I might have comments and I need to try to learn not to do that.
It is tough to refrain yourself
It is
sometimes.
like,
I have terrible poker face. I'm like, oof.
I do too. And then I catch myself. It's like,
yeah. All right. So what are you doing now?
Now,
what mainly do you do now?
That's well.
Yeah, I know you're like all over.
I still do my TV show.
Yep.
And so that takes up some time for me, which is awesome. I love doing it. I do. I went from a half hour on Channel 2 every Saturday night right after SNL, and to an hour. So now I'm doing an hour on there, and so I have 4 breaks, and I talk about the artists and everything. I'm starting to get artists like local, a lot more of them, so I can do whole shows with all local
cool.
artists. I know.
That's
kind
of cool.
So amazing.
Yeah.
But when I first started, I had deals with Sony, Warner Brothers, Hip Video, Rive Video Production, all those things that would send in music for, I was one of their vendors. So
Right.
they would send me, and I would air those. And so I had all sorts of artists, even new ones. I have one when, what's her name? She has Kelly Clarkson. When she had her first video. I have that one. And we played those things. And then Portugal the Man, they were on my show. And so I had several of their videos, even though some of them were a little weird, I had them on the show. And then when their Feel It Now came out, they said, we can't play any more of their videos.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they said they just stopped it all. I said, no, that's okay. They're friends. They know I love them. So it was one of those kind of things.
Yeah, they blew up.
Yeah, they really fast too.
Yeah.
Yep. It was awesome. I saw it on Good Morning America. It's like, what?
It's always cool when you see people that you know.
Yeah, it is.
Or just
It
even
really
like Alaska talent, step out and do it at the national stage.
Yeah. And there's several of them that do that here. Some of the radio people that blow up and go out.
Yeah.
Even one blew up and went out, and then now she's back. And she worked. Her name's Kim Kane. She was here on KFAT when it first started.
Oh, really?
And then she went to New York on MTV.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't realize
she
that.
was a reporter on MTV, and then she became a voice for MTV for a lot of their shows and stuff. But
I remember KFAT came out.
You know who Kim Waller is?
Yeah.
That's Kim Kane.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
she was Miss Thang.
The radio, the radio personalities. You just,
Yep.
Yeah. So you got your show. Mm-hmm. So for people who maybe don't know you, explain what your show is and like what the title of it and where they can find it.
My show is called The Venue. Okay. And it's music television from Alaska. It's local music television with some national artists in it. And it airs every Saturday night right after SNL on KTU Channel 2. And
Awesome.
It's really awesome. So, and, a lot of people start their shows with commentation. They talk a little bit. I don't. When the show comes on, boom, right into the music.
Yep.
And then I'll come on and talk about the first artist, and then I'll talk about the one that's coming up next, and then I'm off. Because people aren't there to see me.
Right.
I'm just a little gold thread that weaves through there and making sure things stay together. And that's how I do it. So, and I think that's why it's been around for, I think the biggest part is because I follow Saturday Night Live. And their numbers going into my show don't change.
Really?
So if those people are watching the Saturday Night Live, they're going to stay and it's been proven because Channel 2 gets their ratings, and she's always sharing with me.
Yeah, so you get solid viewers.
Massive viewers, yes, all the time. And it's not just Anchorage. Now, before streaming came in, it was the whole state of Alaska. And so everywhere that Channel 2 broadcasts to, that's where I've been. So Juneau, Dillingham, Naknek, Ikagig, Bethel, all those places with the villages, because we had the RatNet system, they were forced to watch it because that's all they had.
Right.
And so they would tune in and watch The Venue, and they get to see it. And then now, with it being all Alaska ways, we have a lot of Alaska Native performers. Byron Nikolai, Bamua, they're all on the show.
So they kind of give them a platform. That's cool.
Yeah, it does. And I just appreciate Takun Kavashnikov. He's a young guy. And then Witty Youngman. All these people, and they're from all over.
Do you see your show getting some national listeners as well on like on the streaming side of things, or?
I'm going to say yes, even global, and I'm saying that because it is streaming on Channel 2's Zeem, and Zeem is a thing that Gray Television uses. So all of their TV stations across the country uses Zeem for their stream. So my cousins and my relatives and my friends down in Texas, New York, LA, Japan, people like that, they can all see the show by going to Zeem, just logging on to Alaska's news source, click on that, and then look for a video on demand, and it shows up.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, that's cool. I mean, it's awesome that you follow SNL because they have such a massive audience.
They really do. And it's like when they first told me, and I was telling the person that produces my show, who was McKinsey at that time, he said, "Are you wanted after Saturday? That's late." I said, "Yeah, it's late, but it's Saturday Night Live."
Yeah.
And so I knew it was a perfect slot, and I just said, "Wow, this is going to be huge."
That's
and
a
now
big
it is.
opportunity, Like, how did you even? I would think that people would be competing for that slot.
There was a group in there at one time, but they weren't local. It was a national product that Channel 2 had, and they replaced them with my show.
Okay. So they wanted more local.
And
Got it.
And I gave it to them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Like, man, who do you not know in town?
As you get older, you forget who you know. So, but I'm reminded all the time, Eddie P, say hey.
Yeah.
When do I know you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always, and I try not to embarrass people because, I look at it, and I'll tell you a story real quick. I don't get mad at people in traffic. I used to really bad. But I don't do that anymore, and I don't flip anybody off. I don't scream or do anything like that because once they realize who I am, then it's like, oh, I don't like him anymore, and then they'll start telling people.
Right.
So no one can say that because I don't do that. So I'm nice to everybody. Just don't get on my bad side. Not that I have one. I just don't want anybody to try. So, but you're friendly because you never know who's watching you.
Yeah.
And I know that I have that face that people recognize real quick. I'm tall, kind of chunky, and I have a bald head. So people remember. I used to have hair though. I don't know if you knew that.
You said you had the smokestack.
Oh, but then I had long hair.
Really?
I had long hair because I don't know how much you know about black folks' hair, but it can be an afro about this big, and your hair, if you press it and stretch it out, it can be like that long.
Really?
Yeah, you just pull out all those curls and you have really long hair. Well, I did that, and so I had a big. I'll have to send you a picture. I had a big old afro like that. And then I could style it straight up and put hairspray in it. I even put some paint on it, like the spray kind. It had a yellow top and a red side.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
Poor Billy's falling apart. He's going, okay.
That's awesome. I'm totally want to see these pictures.
What's that kid in Play, right? Remember he had the crazy. That's the thing to do.
Larry Blackmoon. He had that little stovepipe.
Oh, yeah, that was the 80s, man.
Yep.
80s, 90s. That was it.
Now I also had the Jerry curl.
Really?
Yeah, Sinbad made fun of me when he came up here. He said, "What was that brother back there with the Jerry curl? Is that still a thing?" So then I got rid of that and I got braids.
Yeah. Sinbad, look what you did, man.
Yep. So I had braids that went down to the middle of my back. And I looked cool too.
Yeah.
Yep, I did. I used to wear
still
vests.
do?
And no, I don't.
You're always so fashionable, man.
You're very kind. You guys wear the best clothes anyway, but yeah, the kids love the vests. I used to wear vests all the time, and I never wore jeans because I just don't look good in them. So, but I would always dress up nicely for the kids, and my eyes and my hair, and everybody would just freak out when I go visit their school and stuff. So it was pretty fun, and so that's how it started. And I forgot to tell you, I was also on The Breeze for like 12 years.
Yeah.
That's smooth jazz.
Yeah.
105.7, The Breeze.
You do that so well.
That's my Breeze voice.
Yeah,
my
the
classic hits
voiceovers.
voices. Classic hits 102.1. I'm Eddie P. And that was, and then whoever it was.
Yeah.
So I changed my voice for the sound of the radio station.
That makes sense. That's good.
I think I like the horror one the best.
Yeah, that one's
Good
good.
evening.
Yes. I think I like that one the best. It's almost like Dracula.
That would be. I imagine that to be fun. Like, or the guy at the fair that does the haunted house kind of thing.
Yep.
I bet that's
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Yep. I love to do that.
What's strangest request you've had to do for a voiceover?
Anything? Okay. I was on the news for a long time on Fox.
Yeah.
And I had, I don't know if you remember who Big Mitch is.
Uh-huh.
I was on with Big Mitch. We had an entertainment segment. And so I don't read script. I'm too me. So he would follow the script. I would just be improv or try and follow the script.
Right.
So that's
A mix of improv and script.
If it doesn't talk like me, then it's hard for me to do it.
I get that.
Yep.
I'm the same way.
Anytime people say, well, can you host this for us? I say, yeah, just give me the bullet points. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And or if you give me line by line, I'm going to read it line by line, and I won't sound natural.
Yeah.
Right.
And here's don't tell anybody else, but I have a script that's for the land acknowledgement.
Uh-huh.
Now I can do that just off the cuff, but then I feel like I might get it wrong or I might offend somebody. So the words are there, and I feel okay, that's all legal, so I can say it. So I read that, and you can tell it sounds methodical. It sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
So I don't like doing it, but for that only, I do it at Live After 5 every Thursday in Town Square, and I do it for New Year's Eve, and when I read the land acknowledgement, and it just sounds to me fake because it's not my words, it's not me.
Right.
And I'm afraid to do me
Yeah.
because I'll get up there. Yeah, I'm so appreciative. And I'll get up there and start preaching to somebody.
Yeah. So it's like canceled.
Eddie P off that.
Also, I was going to
It's too
ask is
much.
if you copyright any of your work before, or you just kind of do everything off the cuff.
Well, I'm all off the cuff, and I'll just say that. And I'm not afraid of that copyright situation. My TV show is, but everything I do, I'm supposed to actually have what do you call it? Captioning, closed captioning, but I can't because I'm just off the cuff. So unless it comes automatically. Or I could buy a service that does that, and I just don't. And Channel 2 allows me to do that. Hopefully they won't look at this and then say, oh, we got to change it. You done told everybody. So,
Do you have like a mental prep? Like is there something that you is there like a trick that you have?
I'm driven by audience. If it was 5 people in the audience and they already know who I am, I'm okay. I'm comfortable. If it's a lot of people that I don't know, but they kind of know who I am, then I'm okay with that too. But if it's in front of business people and I'm supposed to be smart about something, then I'm nervous and that'll require a script. Did I answer your question? I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't know.
I feel like that's a pretty awesome talent to be able to just get bullet points and then do an entire performance improv.
Yeah, it's kind of why I was poking at it because there's definitely something there that you have that's a skill, right?
Yeah.
I guess you could say that. A lot of the radio and TV personalities are like that up here. I just do it because I know that if I try to change it, it's not going to sound right. So when people hire me to do stuff, even I did the Miss Alaska USA and Miss Alaska Teen USA pageant for like 25 years, maybe 27 years. And when they hire me, they know who they're getting.
Right.
And even if I make a mistake, it's like, no, I didn't say that. Okay, here's the deal. Like that. So if I make a mistake,
they're hiring you as a personality. Yeah.
You're the brand, right?
They have to know that, and most of them do. So, if we wanted a lighthearted event and fun, we'll ask Eddie P. And I like that because then there's no restrictions. I can go hog wild, but I normally don't. I keep it classy.
But you always come across very classy, like nice, classy, very well dressed, very well mannered. Like
you figure the delivery is to a bunch of different audiences, right? So you're doing these, and that's why I was asking: is there something specific you do to keep yourself on track mentally, or just kind of like full send?
Well, the secret to that is my longevity here in Alaska. So I've been here for so long. People that were little then are not little now. They've got their own kids and their grandparents, and some of them are a little bit older, but they were around when I first started. So their families and everything. I'm almost 4 generations of people that have been around enjoying whatever it is that I'm doing, and so I don't have to worry about that audience. So if it's entertainment stuff that's happening here in Alaska, I can get away with just being me because they already know. Oh, that's Eddie P. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all know I can't ice skate because I used to go to all the Alaska Aces games. And they would have myself and Trill and Bob. Everybody would go out on the ice and throw a puck or something. Yeah. And so I can't throw a puck without falling, and I can't throw a baseball without people laughing at how I throw. So I'll just get out there and just be Eddie P. And that's okay. And I talk to the ball, and I'm trying to say, okay, now I'll get a lesson. Like the mayor showed me how to do my arm and then snap and all that stuff. So I snapped and it ball went like that. And so, but that was the first throw, and I had to deal with that. But people, when they ask me to do something, they know what they're going to get. Yeah. They're just going to get Eddie P, and I'm the way I am all the time.
It seems like that comes from a deep self-confidence. That's something.
You give it such legality.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think it through. I'm just kind of thinking through like what are the key elements that led to your success. I would argue that you've been very successful.
Well, that's good, and I don't know what that is. I think just being me, and I've been here for a long time.
There's something to say about just being you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people. No, I feel like being your authentic self is the pitch. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that fake it and are very unauthentic, and it comes across like that.
Yeah.
When somebody's being themselves and being authentic in their interaction, and when somebody's not.
Right.
Right. It's really tough to sell a fake experience.
Yep. Right? Yeah, it is.
And so, for you, it's what you're getting because that is what you portray, and that's the experience you give every single time. Yep. It's not a washed version of what you're trying to put out there,
Consistently yourself, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because they try to do things that people expect them to do for a professional area. Even in professional areas, people, I feel they have to laugh at some point. Right. So they might as well laugh at me, and then they'll forget everything that I did wrong. So I'm comfortable with just being me. And I'm happy that this audience I call Alaska is okay with that as well.
Yeah, and what I've noticed, especially in the sales side, is people try to put on a mask and then they attract like a client, right, based upon that fake persona they're doing, versus attracting the client on being themselves, right? So now they have to constantly wear this mask.
Yeah,
and it's an uncomfortable place to be. Yeah. So I'm like, just be yourself and attract the client that's attracted to your authentic self, right? And you as an individual, right? Versus trying to portray this different persona that's not really you,
I imagine that's exhausting, right? And then people are wearing different masks.
You're going to forget one day.
Yeah, that's what happens.
100%, yeah.
That's 100% what happens. I think it gets so exhausting, and then you forget where you are. You say something crazy, and it has a big impact.
Yep. Well, I'm in sales.
Yeah.
So I do sales for Ohana Media Group. I sell radio. And a lot of times what I do, I get my information and I learn about a company, and either I already like that company and know the people in it, or I study about that company and figure out what it is I could do, and then I start talking to them. I don't go in there, I want to talk to you about radio advertising. I say, hey, you know what? I can imagine something with these people, and I come up with some fun things, and I just show them what we have. And I think I'm in a good position because I'm television and radio ready. I can do both. And so I have connected. Now I'm having fun with social media as well. But I do both of those things, television and radio, very well.
I like your car wash.
Oh, I love doing the car
wash deal.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's so much fun.
He films himself in the car wash for a few minutes while the car wash is going.
Yep. Here I am getting all clean, and now I do it with Cyber Wash. And have you been there yet? I got to give you a little free pat. Have you been there yet?
I haven't checked it
out.
out.
I'll give you one too. So it's you drive in there. Before I didn't like the brushes and all that stuff on my car. This was different here. The brushes they don't scare me.
Okay.
Like something could fall off my car. And for years I drove Mercedes and I didn't really much care. But now I got a Cadillac. I love this car.
Oh yeah.
And it's I don't want nothing to happen to
it.
But 2 days after I got it, I got hit by somebody in Popeyes.
What?
That told me I should never go there again. But yeah, I got rear-ended by somebody at Popeyes.
Oh no.
Jeez.
But I got it fixed. Now I'm back to good again. But I like going there because, one, the wash, it's a 3-minute wash you roll through. It's a little conveyor belt you go through. They put a towel in your car if you want a 10-minute detail. So you get that. You drive through, you get your detail. You get on this other conveyor belt, and you got like 10 people that are lined up ready to do whatever it is they're supposed to do in your car. They take out the mats. Then they do the wipe down inside there. They do everything, move things around, make them all nice and tidy. Your cup holders, everything is done. And then they drive your car out to the thing there, into the parking lot, and you walk out, and it's like, oh. And then now I go back and they say, did you need a detail? It's still clean from the first time. so no, I'll just get the wash today.
You said it's a 3-minute turnaround?
Well, for the actual wash is a 3-minute wash.
Oh, that's a long
and
wash.
10 minutes for the detail?
No, the detail is a 10-minute detail.
Right,
so you get out and go into their nice waiting room,
Right.
which is right across there, and you can watch your car being worked on. It's really interesting.
10
But
minutes
10
is
minutes
fast.
is fast.
It is fast. But you got like 10 people working on it.
Yeah.
And they all got their assignment.
Yeah.
So somebody's in charge of cup holders. There's
Yep.
somebody in charge of vents. There's somebody in
Right.
charge of the seat wipe down and the count and the mats. They take out those mats and they spray them down and it's just, and then your car smells good.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
I'm going to give you a free one.
Okay.
Dude,
And you
seriously.
should.
Like,
Yeah.
I haven't had my car detailed in a long time. They're going to be like, this is gross. We're going to need more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're gonna need one.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it is if you haven't had it detailed in a long time, you might want to do a big heavy detail.
Yeah, detail first.
But
Deep
then
clean it.
This one will maintain that.
Yeah.
And so that's what I go for. And nobody's in my car but me hardly
Right.
anyway. So the back seats never get any action, literally. And then the far oh, is that bad? That was bad.
No,
okay,
that was
so
fine.
I just switched your show over, didn't I?
No, it's fine.
Oy.
It's perfect. You should see. Oh, this is not the worst by any stretch.
Okay.
We've talked politics. We've talked all kinds of stuff on
Oh
here.
yeah, it's
so.
gotten ugly on accident down there.
Really?
Oh,
man.
well, it's because it's like Joe Rogan style, right? So it's like off the cuff, right? And so I talked about bitch slapping some politicians. I mean, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, one of our recent episodes. And people, it's funny because our editor Pierre was like, Justin, this one's really funny. He always loves when I mention him. He's always like he'll send me a message on our messaging app. And I'm like, oh, thanks for the shout out, Justin.
Hey, Justin, how you doing? Wait, can we wave at him?
Pierre.
Hi, Eddie. My name is Pierre, not Justin.
Yeah, Pierre's our editor.
His name's Pierre?
Pierre.
Hey, Pierre.
Yeah.
Who's Justin?
That's me.
Oh! So you were talking in first person.
Yes.
Okay.
Talking in first person. Yeah.
So hey, Pierre.
Yeah. But it's anyways.
I know
so
I just
you're
flipped
fine.
your whole show around. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good.
No, okay.
No, you're good.
I feel like that's my problem though, is no one's in there, so I just I'm working, and so it's like part of my car is my office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other part is like my storage area for my office.
But look, can I just say about you guys, and I know you from online, the Facebook and stuff, so I know you're respected human and all that stuff, and y'all are good-looking people too. Justin, you know how much I care about you, because you just amaze me.
Oh, thank you, man.
I met you. When was I met you at your grand opening? When was it Aspire?
Oh, our ribbon cutting?
Yeah, ribbon cutting. Yes.
Man, that was how many years ago?
About,
3?
Was it
4?
3 or 5?
Four?
Something like that.
4-ish.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a while back.
I
Seems
remember
like a lot
your
happened.
energy. Yeah.
A lot's happened since then.
Lots happened
Yeah.
since then. 4 years has been booming.
Yeah, you're getting buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And opening up galleries and things.
Yeah,
That's huge.
Well, it's funny
Yeah.
because I remember we had like year 2, we had a conversation. I was like, well, that was 2 years. I was like, what does the next 3 years look like? You know, and I don't think I could have never even imagined.
What you're
Yeah.
doing now?
Yeah, where we're at
And that's
now.
what I love about you guys. You just you didn't flip the script. You just added to it.
Yeah.
And it's so fitting because we need a gallery like this down here. And
It's been fun.
It's just
Learning
awesome.
curve.
Yep. And I like your vocal. You're not ashamed to say anything. So. I haven't heard you say anything about.
Oh man,
I play
yeah.
it cool, and then I'm poking him, and then
I feel like people poke me because they're like, Justin will say something.
Justin will say.
Yeah, I actually had a friend yesterday who sent me this long text message with all this stuff about the community, and he's like, just trying to get you riled up to get online again today.
That did it.
I was like, I appreciate that, bro.
I feel like I already know. And so it's funny. So I send him stuff. You know, I'm like, have you seen this shit?
Oh, he does, dude. Yeah.
Oh, and then you go off.
Well, I mean, I go off. I don't go off.
No, you don't. It's very cool and collected.
Yeah, I feel.
Well, you
to
gotta
be
get
fair,
you got to get both sides of it. And
yeah.
then,
To be fair, it takes a few editing.
Really?
I go off and I'm like, that's too much. Delete, start over.
Really? Well, thankful you can't tell.
Yeah.
It's all you right there.
Yeah, but I'm very, I'm vocal about some of the stuff that I'm passionate about, and I find accountability is one of those things a lot of people just don't do themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
and there's certain jobs they're we're entitled to.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously certain people don't like being held accountable for their policies or actions or whatever. And like, well, if you don't want to be in a public position, then and you can't take
on.
and you can't take public criticism.
Do something else.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Should be a public servant then. You know what I mean?
It's not for everyone. I get it. I wouldn't want that
but if
job
you're-
either. And but
No.
for the people that do, like,
Then they must be ready for it.
yeah, I got respect for that.
100%,
But when
man.
you're there, you gotta deliver.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Especially if you're pushing against the majority, you got to understand that you're going to have a lot of pushback, right?
Yeah.
If you
Yep.
can't take the pushback, it's not the position for you. So I've been more, it's so funny because I've never really, I even tell my team this. It's like, hey, try to avoid the politics stuff. It's very dividing, right? I don't jump onto political bandwagons that are very divisive. The homeless stuff, obviously, that's a massive issue here.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, I think everybody can agree on that.
Yeah.
It's one of
obviously,
those cross-partisan things where we're like all trying to get to the same place.
Yeah.
you're trying to just provide help to people, and you're like, man, where's all this money going?
When does it turn into being an enabling situation?
Yeah.
And I think that's
Right.
where we are right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, prisons and things like that. We've monetized them and unfortunately put the incentives in the wrong places.
Yep.
And it seems like we have enough examples of that where you would think we could do better, at least at a large scale, but maybe,
Yeah.
there's
So,
still a lot of work to be done, I think.
I don't know what the solution is, but doing the same thing is not a good solution either.
No,
That's
it doesn't
true.
seem like it's working.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's, sometimes, and being in downtown and sitting on a few boards that affect the downtown business owners and property owners, it's like a constant conversation of just how they kind of feel ignored. And I even put this on my Instagram stories and whatnot. Is, like the downtown sector as a whole is a significant part of the Anchorage tax base and like income for the city. So for that entire section to really feel ignored and account for a substantial percentage of the income for the muni, I feel is pretty kind of disenfranchising for them. They're like, what are we paying for?
Well, it's neglecting your income source too in the grand scheme of things.
But Anyways. See, I didn't even swear when we talked politics this time.
Well, you did like 2 words at the very beginning. Two
I
words.
did.
Yeah.
I did say that, but not. It wasn't nearly as bad as the one with Dunbar.
That was fun though.
It was a fun one. Yeah, people were like, "Oh, good job, Justin." I was like, "Man, if I ever ran for office, somebody's definitely playing something from that podcast."
Just little seeds, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm one reason why I'm friendly to everybody, and it's not a fake friendly. It's just everybody I believe has a good side, and so I play to the good side of people.
Yeah.
If they want to be ugly, I can get ugly. I just choose not to.
Right.
And I think when I had the kids cartoon show, I love that fact. That was one of the funnest times because at that time period, I came off of the heels of Catch-22 music television, so everybody in Alaska knew who I was.
Yep.
And then they started having kids, and then their kids started having kids. So I go with the philosophy that I'm nice to all these little people because I know who's going to be running things by the time I'm 65. And here I am, 65, and look at you guys running things. See? You were born in 84?
84.
84, and then you knew who I was when you were watching cartoons and stuff. So now look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're running stuff.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We talk about how the world keeps getting smaller.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
The world shrank when it became the Facebook and all that.
Oh,
when
big
everybody's
time.
able to hear stuff right then and there.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's when the world started shrinking.
Well, world travels fast too.
Yeah.
You know, like everything lives. You know, everything lives online, and like once it's there, it's there.
Yep.
You know, and camera phones, man.
Yep.
Everything is being recorded now.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, I'm so glad I grew up before that.
yeah. Like
And I did too.
Yeah,
So I saw it all coming.
yeah, everybody has cameras inside of their houses, outside of their houses, camera phones.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I have cameras all over the
Yeah.
house.
When and everything's always documented, your phone's listening to you, your digital
100%.
assistants, everything like
Yeah.
that. So
Yep.
But so I mean, you know,
there's no room for mistakes anymore. And,
Nope.
And so the penalties are harsh. I
Yep.
guess, for
Yeah.
that's for
Why-
making mistakes.
If you're yourself all the time, you don't have to worry.
100%.
My concern is I feel like a big part of having character as an adult is making mistakes when you're young.
Yeah. I made a lot of those.
Right. And can you imagine like now in this environment what that might be like? And
Yeah.
so I'd be curious to see the long-term implications of
Yeah.
how that affects our young
man.
people.
Yep.
Right.
you just can't do the as dumb stuff as you used to be able to do
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not endorsing shenanigans. I'm just saying, like there was a sweet spot for that, I guess, where we can, objectively navigate risk as a young person
Right.
and not have to worry about ruining your whole life.
Well, culture has changed too.
Yep.
Like societal culture has changed. You know,
Yeah.
Sure.
where I remember being, in high school and going to high school parties, and police would show up and they'd be like, "All right, guys, like,
Yeah.
really,
Yep.
like let's move on. Who's not drinking? Let's get everybody home. And so just like policing was a little bit different then. Now it's just the culture has changed a lot.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the tone anymore. For some reason, I just get that.
Well, nowadays people die. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, now it's like you got, laced drugs and all these things, and it was never a concern growing up on that, and all of this extra just stuff that was happening,
We didn't have to worry about that except for one night of the year, and that's when people started putting razor blades in glass and candy.
Oh, yep,
How
yep.
crazy is
I
that?
did remember that. Yeah, which is wild. Yeah, yeah, I do remember that actually. Growing up, I do remember that conversation with my parents.
So you had to be careful. But now, anything you do, if you like to go out and party and things like that, even your drink.
Yep.
And I got roofied by accident because
Really?
Yeah, I was
At like a bar or a
I
club
was at I could say it. It was at Humpy's, but this is years ago.
Yeah.
And I was working for Anchorage Media Group, and we were on a remote there. And the remote ended, and so we were just hanging out, having fun.
Yeah.
And I was with one of the other promotion people, that was Marla, and she had her drink there, and I had my drink there, and we apparently were both drinking what was that? It's the cream. Well, we both had our drink there, and they looked the same.
Right.
So I just went over there, and apparently somebody had done something to her drink. I drank her drink. And then as I was making my way home, I was driving the KBYR truck, I just felt real heavy. And then I couldn't hold my head up, and I couldn't do anything. And I drove over to the Chevron on Spenard in Minnesota. I drove, and I pulled up on the little island thing, and I just parked right there. And I called my sister, and she came and got me, and nobody knew what happened. And it was that got my little blood test and everything.
Yeah.
And they called it a raggedy form of roofies, a raggedy roofie or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I could not move. I had to be helped out of the truck. Wow. I just felt heavy. I couldn't move my head, or it was weird. It was very scary.
That is scary, man.
So I know it wasn't meant for me because Marla's beautiful, and then it's just me. So they were after her. So
that's wild to me.
So I took one for the team.
She dodged a bullet.
Yeah, she did. So it probably could have killed her or something.
Dude, yeah.
She's much smaller than you.
Yeah, she is.
I don't understand that.
She's beautiful, too. So.
Yeah. Well, took a grenade, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Live to tell the tale. So, well, that sucks either way.
Yeah, it was very scary. So.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, good thing you didn't crash or nothing like that.
Yeah, I know.
That's wild.
I had when I started feeling it, it's like, what is going on? So I barely pulled into the driveway.
Well, this is bad.
Yeah. And pulled up and I was on the little island thing that they had there, and just a little bit in the road, but I couldn't go any further. And they came out and helped. I called my sister and all that stuff. But it was scary.
Yeah.
So I've had scary points in my life.
Yeah. Well, so you do a lot of the sales stuff for Ohana? You said?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I love doing that part because one, I get to meet people.
Yeah.
I get to know people in their business, and I get to hear how they feel about what's going on. And I'm, they'll probably, I don't know if they'll hear this, but we have packages and things like that, and sometimes our packages don't fit with the business.
Right.
So then I'll tear the package apart and do something different with it. Customize a package for this person.
Nice.
And then I'll take it to the LSM or the GM. And fortunately, the owners are really wonderful people. Tryla Bumstead is the owner, and she's Hawaiian, and so she's got that mentality, that family mentality. That's why it's Ohana.
Ohana, yeah.
And so I can take it to her, and sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no. Got to raise the rate, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just talk to the people and see what they can do. And if they can't do that, then I'll do something different. Okay. And my deal is if they're trying to reach an audience or doing things like that, then I make it so that they can. I said, but because of your budget, you have to do this a little bit longer because
it takes longer.
Yeah, if you get into the right space, you can hit it and quit it. But if you get into a space where you can just afford it and do it that way, you can do it, and that longevity is what's going to make it happen for you.
Right.
And so I work out, and thankfully, Ohana Media Group, you can create things, and they work. We got like packages galore all over the place. Each of our stations, KFAT and Bob, I love both of those stations. And Classic Hits, I love that too. And it's funny. Here's the funny thing about Classic Hits. I was, do you remember Power 102?
Central, yes.
Power 102 was around in the 80s and the 90s.
Maybe not. Yes.
Well,
90s, yeah.
Yeah, it was still around.
Yeah.
Power 102, and they were playing all the 80s and 90s music. Well, guess what Classic Hits 102.1 is? Same thing.
Yeah.
That same signal was playing the same music from way back then. And I was
They just changed the name of it.
They just
Classic.
Classic Hits.
Yeah.
It used to be called Oldies. This is not Oldies. And I was mad. So I accepted Classic Hits.
Yeah.
But Oldies?
Yeah, it's
Oldies
not.
to me is like 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Right.
But and that's not.
Well,
oldies.
now the oldies is stuff that I hear. I'm like, oh, I recognize that. That's
yeah. Like, oh, geez, this played at my prom.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. That's the
Wait, that's oldies to you?
No.
Oh, I was ready to say, oh my gosh.
not to me, but that's on the station now.
Yeah. They're like playing this old jam. I'm like, that's Creed. That's
Yeah.
not an old.
Yeah, I know. See? We have Bob, and I love Bob. He's not a real person. He's
Right.
just a voice, and he's just amazing. He's so funny.
It's Bob.
Yep. And then we got KMBQ out in the valley, and it's the leading station, though we don't push it that way. I think we should. But they've been out there forever, and everybody knows Q99. And then we have our 90s country, which is the Moose, and then we have KBYR. And all of those have something for somebody.
Yeah.
So it makes it fun. And then for people that I really like, I said, you know, if you had video or you created a page, I could throw you on the venue.
See?
Yeah.
And you know, here's the other thing. I don't charge for people to be on my show. The talent, the people that give me the music videos, no charge. There's no money exchanged anywhere on the venue.
Interesting.
For that. And because Channel 2 does not own my show, I own my show. But they give me the airtime and we barter it. Okay. So they give me 7 minutes per hour to sell if I want to. But a lot of my clients are their clients. So I don't do
so it's
that.
kind of a conflict.
Gotcha.
So and they said, it's okay because it's in your show. I said, yeah. So I just don't.
Yeah.
And I never have over the past 15 years that I've been there and the 10 years that I was on the other stations, I didn't do that either. But because it started on Fox. It did. And then I changed it over. As soon as that contract ended there, I moved over to Channel 2.
Nice.
And ever since then, I just don't do it. I used to sell the lower thirds, and that's okay. And I just didn't take the time to do that anymore. But I think doing it just to make it available to people, I do it that way. So if y'all have a little thing online and you want to share that, I can put it on television.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. I got a business opening up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What for people who are younger and don't probably listen to a lot of radio or see much TV, everything's streaming now, right? Spotify or Netflix or whatever. Give us some some really solid benefits of being able to advertise on radio and TV and all that, and have plugs for all that still.
Can I take 2 before we jump into it? I gotta hit the bathroom real quick.
What? You got a potty?
Yeah, real quick.
I drank a lot of water this morning.
Okay, Pierre.
All right. So the question was, we'll go jump back into it. Question was for people who are younger, didn't experience a lot of radio and online, TV, who are now growing up with just streaming and streaming everything, right? Audio and video.
Right.
Starting businesses or just younger and have businesses. Give us a good pitch on why people use radio and TV.
Okay. Well, and I did something on LinkedIn, and I always reshare it because it's so easy to understand. And once you hear that, you say, "Oh, that makes sense." Radio, and here's radio speak. Radio is the only thing that you can do while you're doing something else. You can't do social media. You can do social media and watch TV, but it's the same thing. You can't do social media and drive. You can't do social media and be working in a steel mill that you can listen to the radio. You can't do social media while you're climbing a ladder and things like that, but you have your headphones on for the radio. So that's how I look at it. Social media and radio work really well together because of the fact that radio works with the immediacy. And you can tell people to do something, and those listeners that are dedicated to the personality or the radio station itself, they'll go do it. Show up here in 20 minutes. If you're listening, you can show up there in 20 minutes and win $100.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. That's because they're hired by another business to say, we'll give the first 10 people $100 if they show up here now for this little whatever it is.
Right.
Doing. So that's why that's important. On social media, you can use that to their advantage as well by using radio to say, go to our website and log into, and this will make you eligible to do that. We're doing it right now with Alaska Wildness. They have Wildness Wednesdays, and we do that like right now. We're telling people to scan the QR code, go to their site, scan the QR code, make yourself eligible for this amazing, huge prize that we're giving away at the end. And so we're doing both. We're doing social media and radio at the same time.
Interesting.
And we have been for a while, but people don't understand how that works. I said, so when I write their script, I always include, I said, do you have a website? Do you have this? And some people don't even have a website. So I help them with that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have OMD for that, Ohana ODM or something. We have a digital side.
Got it.
So I help them with that as well. But radio and social media really work well together.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for TV. Watch this on whatever station.
Yeah.
Because there are people, when they're driving, they're listening to either their music, but it's going to be those people that like the personalities that are on the air. Because I hear it all the time. I listen to you every day, and they're so sweet when they say that because right now I'm not on the air. So I haven't been since January.
Yeah. So they're watching like a replay?
No.
Or...
No, well, I'm talking about radio.
Oh, yeah.
So I was on Classic Hicks until January.
Yeah.
And so I took a hiatus off of that, and I'm coming back later. But and it could be on another station, but we didn't say anything.
Spilling the tea, man.
I know, I'm spilling. Oh my goodness. So it's same thing with television.
Yeah.
You tell people, you direct people to watch this show, or you talk about that show and say, every Saturday night right there on, and I do it on there. I say, don't forget, it's Friday night. Make your plans and get ready for the venue happening every Saturday night right on KTU Channel 2. It's the venue.
Well, it is an invested audience, and then people want to
Yeah.
do things with people that are like them, and that makes sense.
Yep. And so that's how that works. With television, the magic of television is it doesn't leave the room for people to use their creativity in their minds to figure out what that business is because it's right there.
Yeah.
So there's no mental creativity like radio does. Radio is creativity of the mind, and we play with your minds by saying, this is what you do.
Right, you can set the scene.
You can set it, and it's their mind. Now, I also warn people that if you're doing your grassroots, grassroots scares me, because they're letting people come up with their own narrative about their business. When they can create their narrative in just 30 seconds or less, even 15 seconds, you can create your own narrative by being on the radio. And then people will remember that. Same thing with television. Coca-Cola did it, and they created their fabulousness from doing television commercials. There was no websites and all that stuff then, so it was all TV. So Coke, Pep, McDonald's, all those people knew that. And then now I just took an order for McDonald's. They apparently know it because they have a nice little budget. And that's what they do. They just hit it with the radio. If they're sponsoring something new, this Denali Peak thing, it's going to go crazy because they're out there telling everybody. And we're not the only station that they're on.
Right.
You probably know who Croson is because he's all over the place.
Yeah.
He invested in all the radio groups, and he's making sure that everybody knows who he is, and he's doing it through radio. He just happens to have enough money to do television, too, and bus signs.
Yeah.
So,
I saw, I mean, Croson Law is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But before last year, did you ever hear of Croson Law? Mm-mm. You heard Schlehofer.
Yeah.
Yep. Schlehofer.
Frank.
Yep. Good old Frank. Now, Frank helped me a lot. I was hit by a drunk driver.
Yeah, you're on his.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and 2 years after, because here's the deal with that situation. The person that hit me lives across the street from my sister.
Oh no!
So I've known them.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was an unfortunate situation, but I did get hurt, and I still walk funny. But and that's my fault because I stopped doing the, what do you call it?
Physical therapy?
Yeah, there you go. And I got busy again, so I didn't have time. And I knew, and I scheduled my knee surgery and everything so that I could still work. And I did the with those shots and everything.
Oh,
So I had to do that for about 3 months, and then they couldn't operate because I'm diabetic. And I was at that time when they figured it out, I had 11.A1C, and they can't operate on you when you're that high.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you have to be at an 8 or below.
Okay.
And so I had to wait again to do that. And after that, I had to do PT. And by that time, I was really busy and I couldn't.
Yeah.
So now I have I walk crooked kind of. My leg kind of bends in, and I just look funny.
You could probably still see a physical therapist. They might be able to help you a little bit.
Think so? Mm-hmm. Well, I might invest in that because I see me when I'm watching some things that I do, and there's video, and it's like I see me walking. It's like,
I mean, they can help you with those mechanics for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take that into advice. I'll be talking to you after this.
Yeah, let me know. I can send you. I'd be happy to refer you to somebody that would take really good care of you. So.
I would like that because, I am in the public a lot, and I do have to walk a lot. I mean, at Live After 5, every Thursday for 10 weeks.
All summer.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of things I can't do because I can't climb up those big old steps like I like to.
Yeah.
So I just don't anymore.
There's new studies that show association with longevity and muscle strength in your legs. Mm-hmm. So it's a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, because I know I'm getting weaker. I'll be 65 August 24th. So I know that I'm chunky. So and I'm working. I used to be 300 before I had
way.
Yep, I was 308 pounds. And if you want to hear why I started losing weight even before I knew I was diabetic, I was at a chamber event at the Denina Center, and I was walking back to my car. You know the Hunt building where the Frontier building?
Yep.
With all the glass and everything?
Yep.
I was walking by, and I was mad because there was somebody, it wasn't something, it was somebody walking too close to me, and it's like, what is he doing? Like that. And then I got to the point I was going to go, what, can I help you? And I looked, it was my reflection. It was me.
Oh, in the glass?
In the glass. And it's like, I didn't recognize it because the person was so big. I had a big old stomach, and my face was, and I used to be fat. I was much bigger than I am now.
Yeah.
But then I realized, I said, oh my goodness, that's me.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was a real eye opener, and I mean to see everything, I had to really open my eyes, and it was like, wow, okay. And then shortly after that, I got in that accident, and I realized I had diabetes because this was I'm 65 now, so I was maybe 60 then. It was not that long ago.
Yeah.
And so I probably had diabetes all this time, but I couldn't get operated on.
Congrats.
I mean, that's the silver lining, I guess.
Yeah.
Of that injury, you were forced to reconcile that.
Yeah. And Schlehofer made it possible, and I just said, I don't want any bills. I don't want 2 years later to come back and say, you still owe this. I don't want any of that. So whatever it is you need to do to make it so that I don't have to pay anything after all this is done, that's what I want. And he did that.
Nice,
and,
good.
Almost $400,000.
Oh my goodness, man!
Was done. All the bills were paid.
Yeah.
I have a little piece of change left over, but I wasn't looking for money like that. I just didn't want to look funny. I didn't want to walk funny, even though I do now. But then, like I said, that's my fault because I stopped doing PT, and they told me how to, get this muscle back out. And that's what it is. It's my muscle that's not completely developed again.
Yeah.
When I stand up, I have to use my arms to help. Now I'm old. My shoulder hurts. So
That's how it goes.
morning time is not fun for me.
I literally went to a place called Game Day today to start doing peptide therapy for just
peptide therapy.
Peptides are like an amino chain deals, but they're
there's a bunch of different ones that do different things.
Different ones, different
It's
things.
not getting a shot, is it?
It is getting.
Okay, no.
Yeah, it is a shot. But you take them for a few weeks, and then you have a few weeks off, and then a few weeks, and a few weeks off, kind of a thing. But they do different things, So it's rest. You've got musculoskeletal stuff. You've got sleep. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
It's
So
supposed to help a lot with your recovery. There's a lot of peer-reviewed papers coming out now about it. I know a lot of high-end top performers, if you will, are utilizing this stuff.
Yeah.
So it seems
With the needle thing? I'm just happy that this Monrovo has a pill now instead of Ozempic with their little shots that you have to give yourselves. That's why I won't do Ozempic, because I could lose more weight if I went that route.
They have a peptide for weight loss.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a GLP-1.
Crack me up.
I'm worse than a child when it comes to getting a shot. Even though they use that little butterfly thing there, I don't look. I fall apart.
I just don't look. I'm like,
I don't look either, but I can feel I have this sixth sense. It's like, there it is. It's closer. It's closer. Oh, so yeah. And sometimes I have to change my underwear because things happen.
As you get older, things leak.
When I worked for the fire department, we had a guy who's a medic, right? So paramedic, and he stuck people all the time, but when it came to him getting stuck, he had to lay down on the floor because he would pass out from getting stuck with a needle.
See?
It's different when you're doing it to someone else.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those ironic things, like you do this for a living, you see blood, you do all those, but like the minute it's like you getting stuck in your blood, it's like, sure. And of course, in that environment, he got a very hard time over it.
I bet.
I won't name him.
Like
if he listens to this, he'll know I'm talking about him.
Oh, goodness sakes.
All right. Well, we're getting close probably to like an hour 15, hour 20.
Oi, sorry.
No, it's good. It's normal. This is normal. This is normal length here. So with your history of Anchorage and everything else, we always ask every guest this.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
And that is, if you were to give yourself, or like another entrepreneur, 5 tips on how to be successful, what would those 5 tips be?
Well, the first one would be yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
And second would be honesty is first.
I like both of those.
Yeah, because without being honest, then you have to try to remember your lie, and then that doesn't always work. Mm-hmm. So not that I learned that from personal.
Right.
I just know that being honest is first. Always be kind to people, especially if you're trying to get their business. Mm-hmm. But people can tell if you're being kind and it's temporary. Yeah. So you can't do that. Your eyes or something about you will give it away that you're desperate for whatever it is they have that you want their business.
I think people forget that no matter what your mouth is saying,
your body.
Nonverbal communication is 70% of communication. Yeah. Right? So if your body is telling the different story from what is coming out of your mouth, people pick up on that.
Yep.
So that's great advice.
And the other one is don't talk too much. I'm guilty, but when I'm working, when I'm working and sharing with people what it is I know, I don't tell them everything all at once. I hate throwing up on people.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. And then the 5th one is, I guess, be me again.
But you do such a great job of being authentic.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. That just means it's still working.
No, I mean, I think that's why you've been so successful as a personality, right? I think that's why people. I think that's why people can recognize you in so many places. Hey, they've seen you, on or have listened to you for numerous years, but at the same time,
you're consistently you.
Like you're just okay, like if I go and interact with you, this is what it's going to be like, right? And every interaction that we've ever had has always been very positive, very positive, very nice. You're always very, upbeat and fun energy and.
Yeah, I have to be careful when I like people to, and you're in. I know who you are, but I feel like I've known you a little bit longer, and it's one of those things I have to be careful not to gush about you because I've seen you grow, and I've seen what you do, and I see where you are now, and I don't see where it's stopping, and I know you're the same because I looked you up. A long time ago, because y'all had business together, and it's like you guys are young people, and you're running your system, and you're good at it,
Yeah, well, thank you.
And that's what I like.
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, when I have to be careful when I look at your posts and you're doing all these fun things. I hit that heart thing. It's I'm weird.
Don't worry, I'm not. Yeah,
I have to be careful and just one heart. Okay. Oh my goodness,
cracks me up, man. Well, as far let's get you some business, man. So Ohana Media, the sales side.
Yep.
Where can people find you? And like, let's say somebody wants to do some advertising online through Ohana with you as a personality. Where should they go?
Well, my phone number is in every bathroom stall. And no, I'm just kidding. But actually, my phone number is on my Facebook and on my website.
Yeah.
You can call Ohana Media Group and just ask for me. And if I haven't reached out to you already, then feel free to reach out to me because I'll, at some point we'll meet each other.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my number 907-351-2280 is everywhere. It's on my TV show every time. I'm not ashamed to put it on my face because what are they going to do? All they can do is call me.
Right.
And if I don't recognize the number, it'll just go to voicemail. Leave a message.
Right. Or shoot a text message.
Or
something,
text,
right?
Yeah, either one of those works great.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's how. And then just be ready for a good conversation. And I don't try to sell people right off. I want to hear about what they're doing first.
Yeah.
And I don't claim to be a doctor because I'm not, but I act like one because I'm just there to listen to what it is you are dealing with for your business and listen to what you would like to do for your business. And then it gets to the point where they're looking to me to answer some questions, so I'll answer their questions. Well, what do you think I should do? Well, here we go.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. That whole description of listening to a client or potential client, right, is a great lesson for salespeople.
Yes.
Because and we preach this in our team, and of course, we get sales calls all the time for people trying to sell us stuff, because my number's everywhere. But it's really hard to convince me to purchase something when you know nothing about what I do, my business, and my needs, right? So for all you salespeople out there, that was a golden nugget of how to sell stuff, right?
Right.
You have to first figure out what the goal is and the need before you can ever fill that void.
Well, it's like the idea of selling you the pen,
Yeah.
It's so subjective.
Right.
Yeah, and I fail those all the time. Is it, do they need a pen?
Well, tell me about your pen needs, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. So that was a golden nugget. So that was a bonus. That was number 6.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
look at that.
6.
You overachiever over here. Look at you. Well, Eddie P, thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, it's buy time?
Yeah. Well, we got to at some point,
Okay. I was moving in.
Ta-ta for now kind of thing.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the show. And
thank you.
Yeah.
It was
really,
fun.
really
you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Yeah. Thanks for all the compliments and being such a big supporter of us and just, all the stuff that we've done over the years. So really do appreciate it.
Well, thanks for your work engaging with communities and getting learning to kids. I think that's important.
I think so too. Thank you. Yep.
Awesome. All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone.